When time is moving so fast, wish there was a way to know that feeling. The good old days before we all just move on. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
This is what I'm going to say. This performance had really, really great camera work. It felt really, I think that they were able to make this feel as personal and intimate as the track is, for Malik. He sounds good. I like the way he looks. It's sort of like the nose styling. I'm like the internet again. Okay, let's see. Who do you think could come last in the final? Haven't heard anyone suggest anyone. People say Germany will do better this year, and sure better than non-qualifiers and semis, but who could place lower than Germany? Hold on. After the sisters that were no sisters comes the has-been rock star. Wait. I don't know. Oh, we're talking about, like, oh yeah, because it was sister. Oh, the has-been rock star that never was. I will say, I think I brought that up when I first was listening to the song, because I was like, wait, like, is he, because I really was like, oh, is he like a big star in Germany? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it was like, oh man, like maybe he's reflecting back to, where things were like more low key. This screams two in the running order. Hello. Someone said Georgia, I think, is coming last. Well, but Georgia, are we talking about the final? I don't know. Hold on. So this is the question. Can Germany escape bottom five this year? I think it's certain that Germany is not escaping bottom five this year. Germany could very well possibly be 0 points in the final. This isn't bad. And like I said, I think that actually the staging for this is really nice. I think it is creating the atmosphere that is required for a song like this, because it is adding some level of intimacy. It does feel personal. I think Malik actually looks good on stage. Like, I think he actually looks good. The kind of nose styling does work. But I think in a year like this at the Eurovision Song Contest, I don't know. I don't know. Malik is only 23. Everybody's young. Hi, can you rate Big Five? I'm going to put the virtual back on just in case this goes again. Can you rate Big Five? Oh, I've already done it before. I've got a whole video rating the Big Five. But based off staging packages today, Spain is number 1. UK is probably number 2. Italy's number 3. France is number 4. And Germany's 5th. It's been so long since semifinalists placed last. I don't think it's escaping the bottom 5, unfortunately. Many said the same about Michael Schulte. Here's the problem with that. I didn't say that about Michael Schulte. He was in my top 5 that year. I think I had him number 2 or number 1. Literally, I had to stop watching it in Lisbon because literally it made me cry every single time I saw it. Please stop making the Michael Schulte comparisons. You can do that on somebody else's channel where you have evidence of them saying that this is going to come low or something like that. But you can't play that mess over here. Like, yeah, I would have been fine with Germany winning that year. I like the song so much. Actually, I think by the time, because sometimes what I'll do is if I come on site, I might like redo a top 10, and I might have had him end up in my number 1 spot moving into, like, before we even got to the shows. So I can hear you having that critique maybe on somebody else's channel, but not over here. Over here, I was liking Michael Schulte. This is not that. Y'all gotta cut it out. Y'all gotta cut it out with it. This is not the same thing. That was 2018. This is 2022. I think this would have been better in 2015 Eurovision or something. The song is just a bit dated. Nothing wrong with it though. He's sweet. Yeah, like I don't think that there's anything wrong with this. Like I said, the staging is good. He sounds good. He looks good. But there's no way that I can see it in the top 20 even. I don't know. We would have to be dragging over a lot of bad entries, from the semifinal, which I don't think will happen. What country is the biggest disappointment for you? Well, no one today. No one today. I can try to go back in my list. Well, maybe low-key Belgium, because I was actually attempting to give Belgium some benefit of the doubt this year. And it just was not together. If anything, this is the UK's Michael Schulte year. Oh, I see that. I get where you're going with that. Except for the fact that, Sam's got hype. But yeah, Michael Schulte, didn't he come third? Wasn't that what it was? He was third, right? Wonderful, phenomenal performance. I loved it. Germany's ending last for sure. Would Germany qualify from the semis? Absolutely not. Not this year. Michael Schulte had Common Linnets vibe. And that's the other thing too. I love the Common Linnets. I love that. That was my winner that year. I went into watching Eurovision ooh, I want to see this. And most Euro fans were like, what? Someone said Germany wouldn't qualify. Oh, you're answering the question. Everyone's answering the question. Okay. Oh, Michael Schulte came fourth. Okay, top 5. Yeah. And like I said, I would have been cool with Michael Schulte winning. If it's too personal, don't answer. How has the trip been so far? Do you miss your daughter? I hope you've had a good time. Yeah. So the trip has been good. I sort of FaceTime with my daughter around this time, so I'll probably call after this. Normally we'd be on break by now because this is about the time when she wakes up. My mom is actually with my daughter right now. Obviously I miss her. It's nice to see her. In my mind, I actually was thinking originally that I would come work this week, and then sort of once we get to the semifinals week, she would come. But the world is still crazy, and y'all know I live in America. Some people, I saw people trying to come at me for being in a suit. First of all, airplanes are disgusting. Before we even had a pandemic, I was one of the people that would go to the airport with a hoodie and a scarf around my mouth just because I'm it's just so easy to get any type of germs at the airport, let alone bringing my unvaccinated daughter on a transatlantic voyage, and she was premature, yeah, no. But I thought about it. I was like, maybe. But in America, everybody is still playing around with COVID like it doesn't exist, and it's not so much about me even too. It's about her. Yeah, but honestly, I'm enjoying my time in Turin. I feel like I arrived early enough, being that the first rehearsals were closed. There was time to actually be out in the streets and experience the host city, and that's something that I think fan media and all press should take into consideration, that Eurovision isn't just about what goes down in the press room. It is about the holistic experience, and people should live it. If you don't, you'll bog yourself down and go crazy. But I've had a good time. But yeah, it would be nice if. But honestly, if Spain or the UK wins, my whole family's coming. I might be working some of it, but my whole family's coming. Okay, Germany's gonna go again. Wait, who would you replace in the Big Five with another country? Probably Ukraine. Because they're our powerhouse country. But what? Sweden could probably afford it, right? I don't know what the rates are. I don't know what the cost is, but what, Sweden or Norway could probably afford it, right? Aren't the Nordics kind of rich or something? I don't mind this song, but it's really forgettable, so I doubt it'll get many votes. Yeah, this one, if it comes in the first half, then to me it's almost certain to get 0 points. Oh, it really is good though. Like I feel like it is a personal song. I mean, I kind of like this. The staging is actually cool because it feels like you're in his like, basement where he's like making his music and stuff, which I think is really nice. Like, I think that's good. Us Irish will never hear the end of it if the UK win. This is the worst entry of the Big Five for sure. Bottom five is again. Oh, okay. Like fourth in the jury, sixth in the televote for Michael, but I think Sam will get less than that in the televote. Oh, we'll see. A bit off topic, but what's your opinion of the AC? Of the finalists? I don't know. I'm not really that shocked by them. I mean, because I guess to be honest, for the American Song Contest at this point, Alan Stone is winning. Alan Stone is winning. Yeah. Glad to hear it's going well. Hopefully she has an interesting Eurovision when she's older. Look, the indoctrination has already begun. Josephine has favorites this year. Oh, I have to tell you, and I don't mean to say this to be mean, because it was like the funniest thing, and I'm like, she's not even 2 yet, because that's the other thing. My daughter's not even 2 years old. It's interesting, on this rap part, I'm going to come back to this. I thought that he would try to make himself, like, this just sounds like Eminem, and I thought that he would maybe hear some of that critique and maybe try to mix up the flow a little bit to inject more of himself in it, because it literally just sounds like an Eminem verse. Like at the end, it just ends up like, okay, 8 Mile, like, and then like I'd say the overall vibe of the song is very like Gym Class Hero, so it's like also like kind of 2 parts derivative. Now, this is a one benefit of Sweden maybe winning Eurovision. Swedish orange Fanta is some of the most delicious stuff ever. When I go to the airport, I literally just leave space in my carry-on so that I can bring a whole bunch of Swedish Fanta back. I mean, the thing is, he sounds good, he looks good. This staging package is really, really nice, but this is just not the year for it, I think. Okay, but let me go back to my daughter's favorites. So her favorite song, she loves Czech Republic. She loves Albania. Yeah, she loves Czech Republic. She loves Albania. It is something about when Spain comes on, my daughter just randomly like gets on the floor. I don't know what that's about. But she just like ends up like laying and watching the performance like from behind, sort of like laying on the ground. But here's the thing, I had the playlist on like the weekend before I left to come here, the playlist of the music videos. When I tell you, she had a full, now so I think on the playlist Norway comes before it, and she likes Norway because she does try to do the yum 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 yum. So literally I think the UK comes on full on meltdown. And I think it was because it was like, okay, she just wanted, I think she didn't want Subwoofer to end. So I'm like, what are you crying for? I'm like, you're going to like it. Because, the beginning of the UK song, it's just like the talk show. I'm like, well, once you get to the song, you'll like it. But I was like, fine, I'm just going to go back and play Subwoofer. So I go back and I'm like, okay, you've now had it 2 times in a row. We're going to move on. You're going to listen to the UK and you're going to like it. Meltdown. Meltdown. And then I think when I wonder if I can open up the playlist so I can be like, yep, this is what comes, because I think it was Subwoofer, and then we got there. I mean, we can talk about here. So here we go, playlists, and it's all or actually, I think I can just be on the homepage, and it's all the. Oh, they got all the rehearsal stuff up. Wait, what? Oh, they've got, okay. Oh, they've got all the stuff scheduled for next week, all the live streams. Okay, yeah, so we've got the official music videos. Oh, no, so this moved. Because it was, so even worse, actually. It's looking like the order. Why is this like, the signal is not piping through the way that it should. Here, come on. So, it was Albania. before the UK, and she loves Albania. Yeah, she loves that. Loves it. Okay. Let's see. Unpopular opinion, I prefer Germany from Spain. Okay. Well, it's, yeah. Who was a Tanjagera stan? Who was? Was someone in the comments? Who was someone said not everyone watching in Europe will know who Eminem is. Y'all really on Beyonce's internet lying. Eminem meets Macklemore, correct. So what does Germany need at Eurovision? Mikael Schulte had his moment and they never kept... I think what it is... Well, this is what I hear. I hear apparently a lot of the mainstream artists in Germany don't want to do Eurovision. So maybe it's just a deeper talent pool. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe they should consider, sort of what Greece does. Maybe find some folks who maybe live in some other place and say that. Hi. Oh, okay. Maybe they need to find some people who have German parents that are like immigrants but live in the States or maybe live in the UK or something. Maybe that's what they should consider. Alesia, do you think Sweden deserves to win over other countries who are providing a bit more? No, I don't know. I think that in my winner potential video, to be honest, I felt like all 5 of the countries that I listed are deserving of a win. I mean, arguably Serbia is deserving of a win, but, I think it's going to be too weird for some people, Would you like the idea of the top 6 of the year getting a direct spot in the final following the year over the big 5 we have now? I don't think it's an advantage to be direct in the final. I think the advantage is doing the semifinal. So I think if anything, I would be like, everybody got to go through a semi. It allows people to build up some momentum and some fervency of like, oh, I really got to come out and vote for these people because they might not even make it to the final. Why does he sing rock stars like that? Do you think it's his real voice or a stylistic choice? I definitely think it's a stylistic choice. Have y'all watched that viral TikTok video where it's like all the emo singers, yeah, hold on. I need to find, where's my phone? Yo, there is a TikTok video. I chimed in, well, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's this is stuff people do. Hold on, I need to find, because I have definitely saved this sound and I need to go to my favorites and pull this sound up. Here we go. Okay. Remember, it, and then someone did a reading rainbow, it's in a book, a reading rainbow, where people do that. I think it's a stylistic choice, is I guess what I'm saying. If Western European or Nordic countries win, there will at least be some guarantee on the production. Okay. We already did that. Let's go, Rammstein representing Germany. The thing is, people have asked the guy before, and he's like, no. And I mean, honestly, if Rammstein came to Eurovision at this point, people would probably just play them and be like, they're old. You know what I mean? Rammstein should have been here. 50? 20? How old am I? Yeah, very much. It's those singers who do that, it's very much so that. Oh, see, Andromaki born in Germany. That's what I'm saying. Why don't y'all get some people who, because I think that's what's hurting Germany at this point. I think it's the talent pool. Because, honestly, Malik was just so far, in my opinion, he was the only option from the national selection. There was no other option. in the national selection. This was it. This was it. Dykeman, we know you like it. Keep spamming in the chat. We know you like it. Yeah. Malik has an American dad, but his English sounds very German to me. Huh. I haven't heard an interview with him. Yeah. Anxiety was good, but I think Anxiety would have been DOA in this bunch. Like, Malik has definitely had the best chance to stand out, I think, in a real way. Yeah. I don't think that Spain is winning the televote because I think I've been saying that I think Ukraine would win it. Let's see. I think there's a stigma within the Big Five country about Eurovision that Bach's known. Well, I think so too. I think that that's real. I think that's real. Yeah, I mean, but honestly, this is staged beautifully. He looks good. He sounds good. But I do think the track is ultimately slightly derivative, a la Gym Class Heroes and Eminem on the rap verse. And, but I do think it's staged really well. I think he looks good and I think he sounds good, but it's just far too derivative for it to win anything. So, yeah. Okay. Macklemore too. Yeah, we can go with Macklemore too. But I mean, Macklemore got his flow from Eminem, so, you know, we have to think about contemporaries, predecessors. All right. Okay, right. Well, that's my reaction. I have an event tonight. I'm really excited about it. So I'll be like posting a little bit for that. And yeah, okay.